Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to DSK Media's coverage here on Bobcat Media NH, Studio 48 channel for PRHS. So we get ready for Week 4 kickoff in NHIA Division II as the Bobcats of Plymouth Regional High School travel to take on the Kingswood Regional High School Knights here in Wolfboro, New Hampshire. Hello, everyone. I'm Dan Salzer. Getting ready for kickoff. Plymouth, again, coming in 3-0, giving up their first points of the season last week at Trinity down in Manchester, New Hampshire, but coming off with a very strong victory and leading the way. The Player of the Week voted on by the fans for NH Sports page, Ben Valenti, powering himself to 308 yards with 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversions on 34 rushes. Totals 430 yards this season with 6 touchdowns. Luke Diamond passing this season, hasn't had to do a lot. He's 6 for 11, 170 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Jackson Rainier leads the way in catching with 43 yards total. And Mack as well with 2 catches, 66 yards total, 1 touchdown, that one being in the Week 2 game at home. This is a Bobcat team looking to continue to control the East in Division II. This is the back end of a 2-game road trip. They will be back at home, homecoming next week as well. But they're going up against a Knights team that is 1-2 on this season, but a couple of close games. Really should have had that win at Trinity, kind of gave it up a little bit late. But this is a run-first team, more so than you think for Plymouth. They will pound and grind the running game all night long. It's their defense that could really be a factor here this evening. This is a team that loves to blitz. They'll pack the box. They'll put 9, 10 guys in the box and bring the pressure and go try to stop us. So it's going to be Luke Diamond, the offensive line, going to be under a lot of pressure. We'll see if they can hold. Kingswood's off right now in a huddle behind us here is at the top of the press box. Plymouth finishing up their warm-ups. But we're so glad you could join us here this evening. Great crowd, still a bunch of people coming into the stadium. Look at some of the team stats overall for the season so far through 3 weeks. Kingswood, again, passing game down a little bit. They are 5 for 12 on the season, only 43 yards total, 1 touchdown. But it's, again, that rushing game. They have 632 yards on the ground to an opponent's 405, 10 touchdowns on the ground as well. Receiving, only 2 receptions. So a very strong running game, as we mentioned. Pep band getting fired up off to our right and below for the Knights. You look at, again, Plymouth really controlling, have had a lot of time for the second and third teamers to get in through the first 3 weeks, and that's really going to help them. We said that from the top of the season, really going to help develop not only the underclassmen, but get them game ready for the second half of the season when the injuries start mounting up, the bumps, the bruises. It's going to be tougher. You get some guys in there that can perform so you can rest your starters in and out. You have more capabilities as the year goes on, and then you get ready for that tough grind as everyone has the target on the back of Pelham trying to stop their winning streak in Division II. Plymouth looking like the best chance at the moment. We'll see how it plays out. Final moments here in warm-ups. We're going to get ready to turn it over to the public address announcer. Coin toss and national anthem coming up next here on Bobcat Media Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Alumni Field, home of the Kingswood Knights. Today, the Knights are hosting the Plymouth Bobcats. Entering the game, Plymouth has a record of 3 wins and 0 losses, and our Knights stand at 1 win and 2 losses. Before we begin today's exciting game, we'd like to take a moment to remind everyone of the importance of sportsmanship. The expectation of Kingswood Athletics is to support your team with positive cheers, enthusiasm, and passion. But let's also remember to respect the opposing players, coaches, and officials. Simply said, let the players play, allow the coaches to coach their athletes, and respect the calls of the officials. If another spectator is impacting your enjoyment of today's game, please find the game administrator near the press box or the medical area.
Back here on Bobcat Media Network, PA getting announced as captains will make their way out to midfield for the coin toss. Jacob Brown, Garrett Burke, and Rylan Mardeau, the 3 captains for the Knights. Luke Diamond, Eli Crane, and Emmett Nossaman, the captains for the Bobcats.
We'll be performing the national anthem. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
So coin toss hasn't even finished, but we're going to do the national anthem. Great job by the Kingswood Knights pep band for the national anthem. Again, we'll get back to the coin toss here. Kingswood in their home green uniform, white pants. Bobcats in their road whites. And Kingswood looking for a big win here, an upset over Plymouth at home. Get some momentum heading towards the second half of the season. Already hitting the midpoint here as we head towards the end of September already. So Plymouth has decided to receive the kick, easy for me to say already. And they will go left to right across your screen here in the first quarter. Knights will kick it off as we get ready to go here in Wolfport, New Hampshire. Last-minute cheers from both teams. Luke Diamond kicking off. Been solid so far. His senior season, his first year on the football team. Doing a stellar job with the special teams unit. We'll see who Kennett throws out there to return the kickoff. Great action happening around Bobcat Country with all the fall sports. Be sure to stay up to date. Follow the Instagram and Facebook channels. Plymouth Regional High School Athletics. Stay up to date on everything. We're going to try to give you guys as much coverage here on this channel as we can as we really start to ramp up and get the work-based learning program with the students going. They're going to be the ones taking over this going forward. So if you're out there and you're a student at Plymouth Regional High School, you're interested in joining, contact us. We'll get you signed up today. Ready to go here. Trey Peterson ready to kick it off. We'll go towards Marsh. Marsh will have it off his leg at the 13-yard line. Logan Marsh, little stutter step, and is brought backwards. So actually lost a couple from where he was on forward progress at the 20. It looks like they'll mark him at about the 17-yard line.
Bobcats 15. Will be spotted somewhere around the 17. Around the 17-yard line.
So the Bobcat offense will go to work for the first time. Bargwin alone on the near side. Again, Kingswood packing the box here. Diamond going to throw it out to Bargwin here. Back shoulder, and he catches it here at the 45 and is pushed out shy of midfield. Eli Bargwin, a great start from Luke Diamond. And that has the road fans fired up out to the Bobcat 49-yard line.
They will have the first and 10 coming up.
32-yard pass there from Luke Diamond. Beerus will go to the line. They'll move Bargwin out to the left. Lined up on the right hash. Handoff, Valenti will get across midfield out to the 49 of the Knights. Also have Tristan Patridge in the backfield to start. Just underway here, first quarter scoreless, first drive of the game if you're just tuning in. Shout out to the watch party at Panther Pub and a lot of the staff and fans watching in tonight from there. A lot of pressure and blowing up the line there is Tyrese Ryder, who is so dynamic on both sides of the ball. Be a loss of 2 and be back to a 3rd and 10 at the Bobcat 49. So this is what we talked about with Kingswood. They just blitz and they bring the pressure, and it's hard to match up. All depends on the personnel package. How are you going to shift your line? If you're Luke Diamond, it's going to be a lot of communication on that front line tonight. 3rd and long. Diamond under center. Drops back to pass, has the blitz coming. He's going to scramble out. Gets away from a couple. He's off and running down the sideline. Across the 30, still on his feet. Bargwin out blocking 10. And he's tackled inside the 5. What was going to look like a sack back at the Bobcat 42. Makes it 1st and goal at the 4.
He takes the ball. They're inside the Knights' 5-yard line. The Bobcats will have a 1st and goal coming up.
So just like that, 2 big plays on this opening drive for Plymouth as they look to threaten to score here. Clock continuing to run. Plymouth in no rush to get to the line. Back judge has his arm up, so they got to move quickly here. Final seconds of the play clock. They get it off just in time. Handoff, Robbie Thorne cuts back up. He'll be tackled at the 1, just shy of the goal line. Tried to reach for it and couldn't get the call. So one of these decides if they'll give it back to Robbie Thorne here and use his side to muscle it into the end zone. Plymouth playing a lot of confidence here. Beautiful night for Friday night football. 2 in motion. Quarterback keeper Luke Diamond will sneak in for the Bobcat touchdown. So that gap opened right up, and it looks like Bobcat player is slow to get up at the moment. Nevertheless, a 6-0 lead for Plymouth here on the opening drive. And there's some confusion here with Sanborn. Supposed to be down here, a lot of confusion now. Legacy getting lined up quickly. Waiting for the snap, Sanborn gets the hold off. And just through in the uprights in a very broken special teams play, but nevertheless, Bobcats convert the extra point and have a 7-0 lead with 8:21 to go here in the first quarter.
It's coming up on October 17th, the Kingswood by the PRHS Jazz Band, the PRHS Chorus, as well as solo.
So now we'll see what Kingswood could do in response here.
Can be found at the KRH website. We look forward to seeing you there.
Ben Johnson, number 21. Graham Burke, number 44, back to receive the kick from Legacy. Home fans trying to fire up their squad. Good end-over-end kick by Legacy. Gathered up at the 12 by the likes there of Burke. Burke has some running room across the 35 and tackled at the 36. And a decent field position start here for Kingswood on their opening drive. So we talked about it. This is a Knights team that loves to run.
He gets out over the Knights 35-yard line to the Knights 36.
Team that's only attempted 12 passes this season, only 5 of them being completed. Again, you really can't count the bowl game as much because of the rain, but we'll see what the Knights can do here. A lot of movement on the defensive line. A flag coming in. 2 flags on the play. And it looks like it's going to be called on Plymouth.
We have a flag down the field.
So a dead ball encroachment penalty on Plymouth. And penalties were a real issue for the Bobcats last week at Trinity. Reason why led to that big touchdown by Trinity. They scored the first points of the season against the Bobcats. 7:38 and counting. Ball placed at the Knights 41. Quarterback keeper and off and running is the likes once again of Garrett Burke, my apologies. More like a Wildcat quarterback. They run the Wildcat a lot here at Kingswood, and he's really a threat to take off and run. He's very shifty, very quick lateral movements to find those holes at the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 Knights in Bobcat territory at the Plymouth 47. Jason Malone on the near side. Play action, quarterback keeper, lots of running room out in front. And getting tackled there is Burke. Looked like Robbie Thornton on the tackle. Knights moving well here in their opening drive, and they're going to have a spot. So official timeout. And they'll bring the chain gang out here. Wait for the official measurement as officials trying to get teams out of the way. And can't see from our vantage point, but they are going to give the Knights a first down. Referee's leg was in the way, so we couldn't see the spot. But just like that, another first down for Kingswood. Always watch out for Tyrese Ryder. Yeah, we talked about him, had some good defensive stops on that first drive, despite giving up the score. For Kingswood, always a threat in the backfield as a lone in the back. Handoff to him. Dancing through the line, and he'll be tackled inside the 30. Jackson Rainier in on the tackle. Ryder this season entering tonight, leading the team 417 yards on 41 carries, 3 touchdowns. So a 9-yard carry there. .547 and counting, first quarter. Plymouth leading 7-0. Quarterback on the option. Burke gonna keep it, and he'll get tackled at the Bobcat 25 for another Kingswood first down. So Plymouth just doesn't really have an answer to stop inside the box right now. This is what we're talking about pregame, where having that experience on the bench, those second and third teamers can really come in handy defensively for Plymouth this evening. You got those tired defensive legs. You can get someone in quick, get a quick breather, and stay as fresh as possible. Burke to the line under center. 3 wide receivers set. Jason Malone on the near side. Ryder alone on the pitch back. Here comes pressure. Bobcats get him. It's Russo. Taylor Russo, number 28, read it beautifully and charged in as a linebacker and got the stop. And a tackle for a loss of 5. It's 2nd and 15. See the sophomore Gary Porter checking in for Kingswood. Trey Peterson subbing out. All right, so break the huddle. Sticking with that wing tee. And a handoff to Ryder, trying to reach for a couple extra. We'll get to the Bobcat 27-yard line. And it'll bring up 3rd and long.
Looks like he was brought down somewhere around the Bobcats 28-yard line.
So 3rd and 12. Plymouth waiting here. A long chat as Garrett Burke takes his time to get into the huddle. Now the arm goes up for the back judge. 10 seconds on the play clock. Kept on the field, so Kingswood has to hurry. 5 seconds as the arm's moving. They just get it off with about 1 second on the play clock. Throw out here to the flat on the near side. Intended for Argamonte. Will fall incomplete. Agaramonte, the junior. And will bring up a 4th down, so we'll see if Kingswood, they will try to convert it here. So Plymouth looking to stop this opening drive for the Knights here. Crowd quieting down for the offense to work. They'll come out of the huddle here on 4th down. The wide receivers near side. Quarterback keeper Burke cuts back up, and Nossaman is there to hold him at the 25, and a turnover on downs. So Plymouth, who's struggled on the run game at the start of this drive, able to hold on and cause a turnover on downs. Just under 3 minutes to go. First quarter, 7-0 Bobcats. So we saw a couple of big explosive plays to start for Plymouth. Again, the start. Going to it, Bargwin. Lempty in the backfield, gets the handoff. Gets a couple of yards after contact, and forward progress gets him to the 27. It's a battle that's going to be won in the trenches here this evening. Bobcats will break the huddle. Bargman alone on the near side once again. That double wing. Handoff, Patridge. Going the opposite way. We'll get maybe 1 or 2 more. They'll give them 2 on the carry. It's a respectable 3rd and 6.
He gets brought down somewhere around the 29-yard line of the Bobcats.
Tristan Patridge, a senior.
3rd down, about 6 or 7 to go for the first.
So you got the speed out there. Expect Rainier to come in motion. Going to move Patridge in motion instead. Roll out near side, quarterback keeper Diamond going to try to get for the pylons. Gets absolutely drilled just past the 30. And a big time tackle from Agramonte.
He takes it out over the 30-yard line.
So 4th down and 3. And the punt unit coming on, so a nice big stop there for Kingswood. So here's Luke Diamond to punt it away. And a pooch kick on the outside of the foot. That's going to land off the water coolers right at midfield, and this is going to be a very short punt. We'll see where they mark it off. They'll mark it out at the 40. So, haven't seen Plymouth punt too often this season. Now Kingswood with great field position to start their second drive. With 1:14 remaining in the first quarter, 7-0 Plymouth on the road here. Friday Night Football. Both teams confused where the spot is. Side judge has it up to 40, and that's what the ball will be placed to get back underway here. Job for Nossaman here in the defensive end on the near side. Handoff Ryder, flag at the line of scrimmage.
We have a flag down on the field as the ball is carried by Knights number 2, Tyrese Ryder.
Someone was lined up on the line that shouldn't have been by the looks of things quickly. Let's see what the official call is. Oh, they're going to call the flag back. No flag on the play. So the run from Ryder will stand. It'll be a gain of 4 out to the Bobcat 36.
Ball carried by number 2, Tyrese Ryder out.
So second and 6 for the Knights. Trying to tie this thing up. Final minute of the quarter. Burke back under center. 3 wide receivers set. Little pitch out here. Agramonte shaking off tackles left and right. And is down inside the 20 to the Bobcats' 17-yard line. And Plymouth just couldn't wrap up the legs. And the Knights in the red zone for the first time this evening. As the clock will restart once the sticks are reset. The clock will continue to run now. We'll see if the Knights will get one more play off before the end of the quarter. They've got the momentum on their side. And boy, would it be big to be tied with Plymouth going into the second. 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. Peterson. On that end, on the pitch back, it's bobbled there. Agramonte caught it on the hop and nearly turned over. Back to the original line of scrimmage as the first quarter comes to an end. Plymouth leading 7-0. Don't go anywhere. Great action ahead here in the Bobcat Media Network. Back for the start of the second quarter. Dan Salter here. This DSK production. DSK Media production. The Bobcat Media Network.
Start off the second quarter with the Knights having a 1st and 10 from the Bobcat 16-yard line.
So we're just waiting for the clock to be reset. And they're running here with 0 on the scoreboard, but nevertheless, Ryder just like that in for a Knights touchdown. And Medeiros getting into it for the center, but nevertheless, one play into the second quarter, and we are an extra point away from tying things up. So here's Peterson for the extra point attempt. And it's a beautiful kick, and we are tied at 7.
Extra point by Knights number 3, Trey Peterson is good. Our score with 11 minutes and 58 seconds left in the second quarter.
So just like that,
Plymouth Bobcats 7, the Kingswood Knights.
Kingswood putting momentum back on their side. So what will Coach Sanborn, the offensive staff, and the offensive team do to answer back here? Marsh and Bargwin back to receive the kick. Peterson to start the game, kicked off to Logan Marsh, and Marsh didn't have much of a return. We'll see if they target him again. And they're going to. Marsh at his own 10, has some room, and a whistle and a flag back on the Kingswood side of the field.
Have a flag down on the field.
So I wonder if someone jumped before the kick.
And the offsides call against the Knights.
And it is. So it'll back Kingswood up here. 5 yards, so they'll kick off from their 35. So kind of a break there for Kingswood because Marsh had some running room on the right side. Low kick this time to the left, and it will bounce out at the 24, so it'll be a flag down. And Plymouth will have some decent field position to start their third drive of the night. So we'll see. Yep, Plymouth is going to make them re-kick and back it up even more. I like this call from Coach Sanborn. Try to get as much of a field advantage here. Just another 5-yard penalty, so they'll kick it off for the third time, this time at their 30-yard line. So Marsh and Bargman will be up near their own 30. And now there's some confusion with the officials. So clock ran by mistake, so they're asking to put 8 seconds back on the clock. 11:58 is what the officials are asking for. As we get the reset here. So now we're ready for the third kickoff attempt. It's a squib across the middle. It's off of an arm of a Borgwin. Marsh at his own 25, trying to find something from nothing, gets to the 31, and that could have spelt disaster for the Bobcats.
Kick is taken by Bobcats, number 15. He's brought down at the Bobcats' 31-yard line.
So Plymouth
Bobcats will have the first and
still
10.
with decent field position to start this drive. These little mistakes, got to be careful. Shout out to a few of the messages on our YouTube stream. Shout out to Sarah watching from Bradford, Virginia. Bobcats to the line. They're going to move a Bargwin to the right side now. Double shift, quarterback keeper. Diamond trying to shake off, but Agramonte read it beautifully and broke through the blockers and wrapped up Diamond. Get a gain of 4, though, out to the 35. Plymouth really hasn't tried to work the edge. Like Kingswood, they don't have time to get out to the edge with how many are in the box. Trying to just go north-south and old school, grinded out football in the run game. Pressure showing. Another quarterback keeper. Diamond across the 40. And we'll have enough for a Bobcat first down out to the 43. So it's shaping up like which quarterback is going to have the most rushing yards here tonight. So Plymouth really hasn't tried to air it out since the opening play pass to a Bargwin. Trusock lined out wide. Rousseau and Rainier in motion. Handoff up the middle, and Thorne gets about 3 on the carry to the 45.
Ball carried out by the Bobcats to the Bobcats' 45-yard line. Going to bring up the second down and 8 for the Bobcats.
On the run, running back. Rousseau in motion. A fumbled on the handoff, and just like that, Tyrese Ryder recovers. That one was a gift right into his lap. And Kingswood comes away with a turnover. Great field position inside the Bobcat 40. We'll start at the Plymouth 38 and have a chance to take the lead.
Covered by the Knights. That's only first and 10 from the Bobcats' 38-yard line.
So how will Plymouth's defense try to answer back? Time of possession has to be in favor of Kingswood at the moment. 9:25 to go, second quarter. We're tied at 7. Handoff, Or quarterback keeper there on the option to Ryder, as Burke will charge to the 35.
Ball is carried by number 8, Garrett Burke. He kicks it down the ball.
Burke really takes his time on that option. He'll hold it into the belly there and wait to the absolute last second to pull it from Ryder before he'll take off and run. But that's a lot of communication. And a lot of trust between the two. 2nd and 7. Ryder hit at the line of scrimmage. Bobcats will hold. Cooper Legacy, one of the Bobcats with the tackle, number 38. Another 3rd and long situation here for the Knights. All right, another shout out, Erica Hims. You must be the winner. You're watching from California, so glad you're enjoying the game. So glad all of you are tuning in here tonight. Handoff on the reverse jet there, and Agramonte trying to dance his way towards the 6, comes up short. Only a gain of about 2 or 3 yards, but another 4th down situation. They'll get him out to the Plymouth 32. So 4th and 4.
The Knights will have a 4th down. About 4 to go for the first.
So last time, Plymouth stopped him on 4th down in the first quarter. Knights need to get to the Plymouth 28. Plymouth really needs this stop to keep momentum on their side here, or at least stop the momentum of Kingswood. And it looks like Kingswood will let the play clock wind down and take a timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well. 6:42 to go in the second quarter. It's Plymouth 7, Kingswood 7 on the Bobcat Media Network.
Timeout.
Back out of the first charge timeout to Kingswood. They'll leave Peterson here on the near side. Chase on out on the far as a wide receiver. Jet motion. Over the top. Burke had his target. Agramonte open just off his fingertips at the 5. But a beautiful play call there by the Knights, and Plymouth gets the stop and the turnover on downs. Despite the situation, despite the momentum of Kingswood, Plymouth sideline not showing any energy, not showing any panic, and that's key. Just stay composed, stay calm here. Still very early on. We're still in the first half, so absolutely nothing to worry about. So 1st and 10 for Plymouth. at their own 32. Diamond under center. Diamond under pressure, gonna have to air it out, gets hit as he throws. It's intercepted by Peterson at the 30. And just like that, Knights threatening again for their next drive. Don't know how I feel about pep band for Kingswood starting to play during the snap. If you're familiar with college football, very similar to Florida State band getting scolded a week ago, playing after opponent broke the huddle. Nevertheless, 1st and 10 Knights at the Bobcats 30. 6:28 to go, second quarter. Little confusion there on the handoff. Agramonte had nowhere to go. Osman in on the tackle with the help of a couple other Bobcat defenders. A loss of 2 on the carry. Got a long time here on the play call coming for Kingswood. Second and 12. Quick to the line, handoff. Ryder bouncing out to the opposite side. Found a gap at the 10. 5 Knights touchdown. Plymouth had him at the line of scrimmage and just couldn't bring the big man down. And for the first time this season, Plymouth trails in a game. Peterson will try to get the extra point. Good snap, driven through the uprights, and a 14-7 lead for Kingswood at home.
Our score with 5 minutes and 23 seconds left in the second
So Plymouth will try to regroup here.
Haven't
Haven't been able to do much offensively since the opening score drive. Bobcat fans, keep checking in on our YouTube channel. Bobcat Media NH is the handle on YouTube. It's Studio 48, our fantastic television production studio at the school. And our students, especially in the video production 2 and 3 class, really starting to ramp up on some footage, getting ready for our next newscast, which will be at the end of homecoming week this coming Friday, a week from today. So a lot to come with Bobcat Media. Another squib kick across the middle. It's going to go to Logan Marsh at his own 23 and popped just shy of the 30.
Kickoff is taken by Bobcats number 15.
Timothy Twing, the junior, number 15, with a big stop on special teams for Kingswood. But still, great field position for the Bobcats to work with here to start this drive. Just north of 5 minutes to go in the first half. So officials timeout as the Chains having issues at the moment. On the far side of the field, we look to be set to go. Bobcats break the huddle. Traditional formation for Plymouth. Marsh in motion. Handoff, and I think it's Valenti, nowhere to go. It was Ben Valenti, number 23. So 2nd and 10 now on the no gain carry. Patridge will move in motion on the jet sweep. Patridge has some blockers out ahead. Will dive to the 35.
Ball carried by Bobcats number 24.
Quickly 3rd down for Plymouth.
35-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Need to reach the 40. Stance starting to shake. Handoff, Valenti spins towards the 40 as Kevin Sanborn was in at quarterback. And it's enough for a Bobcat 1st down. So don't know what the reason for the change at quarterback is, but nevertheless, Kevin Sanborn in under center here, 3:44 to go in the 2nd quarter. Crane in motion, gets the handoff on the sweep. Hit right away at the 45 by Agramonte. Number 11 there for Kingswood. For a second, it looked like Crane was going to break free. But good drives and good carries here by Plymouth late in the 1st half. That's what Plymouth needs to do, just try to wear down this Knights defense. And a timeout taken by Kingswood at the last possible moment. Saw that coming from the coaching staff, really talking with the line judge and waiting for the call, so they'll burn their 2nd timeout. That's the student body starting to chant back and forth, what you expect. And the high school scene, always great to see, as long as it's clean. So Plymouth will be back home next weekend for homecoming. We'll take on the Falcons of Bow, 1 p.m. kickoff, as that will be back on Pemmy Baker Television. And at the moment, not able to go live on cable for PBTV, some technical issues with the server, but it will be live on at least YouTube. Back underway here, 2:45 to go in the 2nd. 2nd and 5. Handoff, Logan Marsh gets across midfield. Ball came out after the official had him down. Agramonte again in on the tackle. He's been everywhere tonight defensively. But another Plymouth first down, and they're over midfield.
The first down. And he takes the ball over midfield to the Knights' 49-yard line. When the Bobcats will have a first and 10.
Sanborn under center. Rainier in motion, handoff. Robbie Thorne has some running room. Got through the secondary, tackled at the 30 in a big-time game for the senior.
He takes it down to the Knights' 30-yard line. So the Bobcats will have a first down and 10.
Plenty of time for Plymouth here to tie things up, heading into halftime. Barros quickly to the line of scrimmage. Patridge on the jet sweep, gets stood up at the line of scrimmage. Agramonte and Nolan Kraminski, the freshman, on the tackle.
Takes it down to the Knights' 30 to 29-yard.
Give him a gain of 1 to 29. Under 90 seconds to go, second quarter. Again, handoff. Thorne, all sorts of running room. He's got daylight. It is in for a Bobcat touchdown. Kingswood looked like they're going to read that jet sweep to Patridge, and Thorne had all sorts of running room right up the gut. Luke Legacy for the extra point attempt. Just sneaks, no! Said it missed. So a tough handle there by Sanborn on the snap.
1 minute and 4 seconds left in the first
And a
half.
1-point lead right now for Kingswood.
Bobcats 13.
So nevertheless, despite the missed extra point, we got ourselves a ball game here heading towards the break. End over end kick. Burke gets absolutely drilled. Lions. Oh, correction, that's not Lions. My apology. That is the likes there of Taylor Russo, number 28, who just had a bead on Burke and dropped him at the 23. So exactly 1 minute to go here, second quarter. We'll see if Kingswood, who will receive the kick to start the second half, will just try to knee it out here. We take the lead going into the locker room. They'll come out in formation. Handoff, Ryder, still dancing around, and finally Eli Crane and a few others. Medeiros held him on a leg, not letting him escape. Only a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. 36 seconds to go.
Bring up a 2nd down and 9 for the Knights.
They're going to run the Wildcat for the first time tonight. Agramonte with the carry gets across the 25, and that should do it.
Ball carried by Knights number 11.
We're going to have a timeout on the field, though, called by Kingswood instead. So they're going to use their final timeout and stop the clock with 14 seconds. And you wonder, are you looking for a big run like Agramonte had? Or are you going to try to throw it over the top to him? See if Ryder will have a big run. Either way, it's going to give one of these two great teams a lot of momentum at the break. Plymouth would love to get the stop here. Trail by 1. Really get some life back in those legs. Officials huddling over the ball, trying to make sure that Kingswood wasn't trying to do some sort of illegal hurry up. We're set to go. Back in the Wildcat formation. This time, it will be Burke with the quarterback keeper. And Plymouth will call their first timeout with 4th down. So 4th and 3 with 8 seconds to go.
Going to bring up a 4th down and 4 to go for the Knights.
So I like the aggressive call here from Coach Sanborn. But it does give Kingswood an extra play. They've broken open a couple of big plays. Both teams with some big plays here tonight in the first half. So we'll see. I'm going to bring Logan Marsh and Patridge all the way back to protect the end zone. Well, we are going to have the punt unit on instead, so here we go. Knights going to try to punt it for the first time unless they pull a fake. They do punt it. Marsh will gather it up. Well, kind of gather it up in the hop. Has it at his own 31. It gets hit. Still on his feet, though. And pushed out of bounds just shy of midfield. Plymouth was trying to get the coaching staff frantic to just go down to stop and have some time on the clock. But nevertheless, first half will come to an end. There is a Knights player down on the ground. Gary Porter, the sophomore, who tried to wrap up Logan Marsh. And it was a rough collision. So he'll be tended to by the training staff, and we hope that he will be okay. But at halftime, Kingswood leads at home 14-13 over Plymouth Regional High School. So you're watching Bobcat Football, Bobcat Media Network. Welcome back, fans. Get ready for the second half kickoff. Update, injured player has been carted off the field and being tended to by the paramedics. Did give a thumbs up and wave to the fans here, and a great sign as the teams are now going to switch ends as they have a mistake here out of the halftime. But again, hope that the Kingswood player will be okay. He gave a thumbs up, wave to the fans, but has been taken off the field. So we're set for kickoff. Kingswood lost the toss, but since Plymouth decided to receive the opening kick, they will receive. And Legacy will just drill this one through the end zone for the first touchback of the night. Doing a little technical difficulty at the moment as we're working with the team cam. So handoff here up the middle for likes there of Tyrese Ryder.
Ball is carried by next number 2, Tyrese Ryder. He gets to the 21-yard line with a nice level second down and 9 coming up.
Here we go, Plymouth!
Appear to be back up and running. So 2nd and 9 now. Burke with a pitch out. Agramonte hit at the 25, will dive forward for another yard.
Ball is taken by Legacy.
So we apologize for the issues at the moment, working with the team camera. And they have lost signal, so we're trying to get it back for the coaching staff. As that one's another carry by Burke, the quarterback, for a first down. Out to the Knights' 35-yard line.
He takes it out to the Knights' 35-yard line with a nice level first down and 10 yards to go.
So 1st and 10. Burke going to step back and throw over the middle, and it's nearly picked off. Jackson Rainier with the coverage on Agramonte, and he'll break it up.
He number 11, Serafin Agramonte. Going to bring up a second down and 10 for the Knights from their own 35-yard line.
So it appears that everything's back and running for our coaching staff and here with our broadcast. So we apologize for the difficulty for just a moment. See if it continues. As Burke gets the play call, will come in. Ball at the Knights' 35-yard line, 2nd and 10. Pitch out, it's fumbled! Agramonte falls on it. They're able to recover, but a loss of at least 4.
Knights number 11, Serafin Agramonte. Back at the Knights' 32-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and 13 for the Knights.
Pass throw here comes up short for Agramonte. Again, still trying to work through some technical difficulties for the coaching staff. So we apologize as we are a little distracted trying to get that fixed. But that one fell short of Agramonte. And it's going to be 4th and about 13 here. So the punt unit on. Marsh back to receive the kick. It's end over end to the near sideline, and it will roll out of bounds at around the 30-yard line for Plymouth. And that's where they'll start their next drive. So Plymouth will start
their drive from their own 30 in the first and 10.
Their first second half drive. Sanborn still in at quarterback. Handoff for Russo, nowhere to go. Ryder breaking up the play.
Bobcats number 28. Brought down at the 30-yard line. Where the Bobcats will have a 2nd and 10 coming up.
.805 to go, 3rd quarter. Plymouth still trailing by 1, 14-13. Marsh in motion. Sanborn, good pocket over the middle. And a wide open receiver there in the likes of Liam Shannon, number 83. In and out of his hands. Might not have been a touchdown, but it would have been the biggest play of the night for the Bobcats, but instead it's 3rd and 10 at their own 30. So Bargain will be the wide receiver to the right side. Top of your screen. A lot of confusion on the offensive line. Nossaman signaling. So we're set to go. 10 seconds on the play clock from the back judge. Handoff, Marsh on the sweep. has some running room on the outside and some blockers across the 40, but there's a flag back towards the line of scrimmage. And I wonder if there's going to be a hold out in front for blocking for Logan Marsh. This one might come back.
Just over the line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line.
And it is indeed a holding call in Plymouth, and that's a tough one. So didn't see who the hold was on, but that will negate the first down and a run of at least 15 yards for Logan Marsh. Now it's going to be
that's going to bring the ball back to the Bobcats.
Third and
24-yard line, where the Bobcats will have a
15 here.
Third down and 16 to go for the first.
So they'll mark it at the 24 instead. 7:41 remaining third quarter. Plymouth trying to keep this drive alive. Sanborn step back, gonna go for Ibargüen, and it falls about 5 yards short of his intended receiver, and that'll bring up fourth down, and the punt unit will come out.
Intended receiver Bobcats number 86. That's going to bring up a fourth down and 16 for the Bobcats from their own.
So tough one here. And with Luke Diamond out of the game. Robbie Thorne will be back to punt it away. High snap. And a little squib over the middle. Thorne gets a friendly Bobcat bounce as it will stop rolling at around the 36. So, well, it wasn't a pretty one, but it's effective.
It's down at the Knights' 36-yard line, where the Knights will have a first and 10.
About a 39-yard punt. But I can run my camera over here and get rid of clock if I need to. So first and 10 Knights at their own 35, or 36, my apology. Handoff, Ryder, stutter step out to the left, gets hit right away. And Nathan Lyons in on the tackle.
It's going to be a forward progress to about the 39-yard line.
We'll give him 3 on the rush.
Where the Knights will have a second down and 7 coming up.
So we've done shout-outs all over the country, it feels out. Why not stay close to home? Shout out to Kevin, Mom, Billy Gauthier, watching from the Riverbrook Campground. How you doing, fellas? Handoff on the rush up the middle, out towards the 44. And about 2 yards shy of the first down marker there.
Number 2, Tyrese Ryder.
From Tyrese Ryder.
He takes it out. We're about halfway between the 44 and the 45-yard line. It's going to bring up a third down and 2.
6:21 and counting. 2 wide receivers split evenly. Quarterback keeper. And there's a lot of pushing and shoving. This one's close to the sticks. On the Wildcat. Agramonte, great sportsmanship by Plymouth. And they are going to give Kingswood the first down. Coach Sanborn pleading the case. That's not at the first down marker. Coaching staff furious. That looks like a yard short from where they spotted it. But nevertheless, Kingswood going to get the first down. So Plymouth will try to find the energy to stop their 1st and 10. Rush up the middle. Minimal gain.
Carried by Knights number 8, Garrett Burke.
Garrett Burke with a quarterback keeper. He'll get one.
Knights 47-yard line. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9 for the Knights.
Let's go Bobcats! Let's go Bobcats!
Let's go Bobcats, the chant from the student body that's made the travel out here to Wolfboro. Great attendance by Plymouth. Quarterback keeper, Burke gets wrapped up at the line. Great defensive stop.
Number 8, Garrett Burke.
Believe that was Medeiros in on the tackle, the center reaching out and using his strength and stopping that gain. What could have been bigger, only a couple on the carry. They're at their own 49 now. Peterson subbing off for the Knights. Paquette. And a flag.
We have a flag down on the field. Going to go against the Knights.
And Kingswood trying to get a little tricky at the line of scrimmage. Will be backed up 5 yards. Burke with a handoff to Ryder. Crane in there, you like Crane. With some big help, Robbie Thorne as well.
Carried by number 2, Tyrese Ryder.
And it's 4th down and long. So Plymouth, looked like they had a stop earlier. We'll get the stop here in the punt unit out for Kingswood. Brendan McPhee, the junior, doing the punting here tonight for the Knights. And almost has a teammate pushed into him, and it will bounce out of bounds. We'll see where it's marked. Referee marking it at the 47 of Plymouth. So solid field position for Plymouth to start this drive, and they desperately need to kind of get some momentum going. Don't necessarily need to score trailing by 1, but you need to get some good drives here, some good plays downfield, and try to just wear out this Knights defense. Plymouth will break the huddle. Sanborn will lead him to the line of scrimmage. Once again, a Bargwin alone on the near side. On the jet sweep, the double reverse. Jackson Rainier inside the 30. All sorts of running room. Would have been close to a face mask, but the referees don't throw a flag. Nevertheless, one of the biggest plays of the Knights for Plymouth, and a big first down with 3:03 to go in the third quarter, trailing by 1. Patridge in motion. Fullback handoff. Valenti with all sorts of running room. and he will get to the end zone for a Bobcat touchdown. Agramonte couldn't catch him in the speed race, and Valenti gets Plymouth back out ahead 19-14 with 2:31 remaining in the third quarter. And again, with so many players for Kingswood, Plymouth as well, but playing on both sides of the ball, starting to see some fatigue from the Knights. Legacy for the extra point attempt. It's a high snap, but a good one, and this one drilled right down Broadway. And Plymouth out ahead 20-14 late in the third. An energy that the Bobcats needed here on the road. Again, Bobcat fans, if you have a student in the high school interested in any sort of broadcasting, wanting to learn more, come by, visit us at the TV studio in our media room, 129. Get part of the action. Our media club is revamped and we're looking to really kick that off. If you want to join, it meets the second and fourth Thursday of every month, right after school. Join our broadcast team as we try to get the work-based learning program going, so get involved today. Help us cover more of Plymouth Regional athletics and events like the Fall Play, Spring Musical, and others right here on Bobcat Media Network. Legacy with the leg again, gonna go for the touchback. Momentum starting to shift here.
There will be no return on the kickoff. Touchback will bring the ball to the Knights' 20-yard line, where they will have a 1st and 10.
So we'll see what the Knights decide to do. They're trying to bring out a little bit more trickery essentially on their run plays here. Trying to catch Plymouth defense off balance. Setting up in that Wildcat formation. It's going to be a Wildcat to Agramonte, and he'll carry it across the 25, and a gain of about 7 on the carry to the 27. Second and 3, and we're going no huddle here for Kingswood. Another Wildcat, and Plymouth ready for it here. William Shannon with a few others ready for it.
Well carried again by Knights number 11.
Eli Crane as a linebacker getting right up in there. Looks a little shaken up, but appears to be okay.
Brought down at the Knights' 26-yard line. Trying to bring up a
Clock continues to run. Minute 41 to go, third quarter. Again, Wildcat. Agramonte trying to dance outside. Still driving his feet. Great hustle. A 1st down and more. Out to the 33.
Picks up enough of the 1st down as he's out over the Knights' 30-yard line to the 33, where the Knights will have a 1st and 10.
So again, Kingswood staying with the no huddle. Trying to wear down the Bobcat defense on the other side. Staying that Wildcat. Agramonte gets hit by the secondary just over the line of scrimmage. He'll get forward for about 4. Serafin Agramonte having himself a day. And he's coming up a little winded right now with how much he's played. And he's going to come off the field and be subbed out.
They will have a 2nd down and about 6 to go for the 1st.
Should be the final play of the quarter. 30 seconds to go. Sandlin on the wide receiver here. Handoff though, Ryder. And Eli Crane again, the first one in for Plymouth on the tackle. Will make it 3rd and short, as it looks like time will run out here in the 3rd quarter.
Have a 3rd down and 3 coming up.
So that will do it. Crunch time here in Wolfboro. We head to the 4th. Bobcats right now leading the Knights on the road 20-14. You're watching Bobcat football here on the Bobcat Media Network.
After 3 quarters.
We head to the 4th quarter. Final 12 minutes here in this Week 4 matchup. Plymouth trying to stay undefeated in the Eastern Conference of Division II. Kingswood trying to get back to 500 at 2-2. 3rd and 3. And Agramonte wheeling through Plymouth secondary and out to the 41 of the Bobcats. So a big first down there for Kingswood.
Serafin Agramonte takes it over midfield down to the
So no live
Bobcats.
stats, don't have the yardage, but Agramonte
Will have a 1st and 10 coming up.
probably over the century mark by now, if not well over, with his rushing here tonight. And a flag
We have a flag
on the
down
play.
on the field.
And it was on the snap. We call false start
It'll be a false start against the
on Kingswood.
It'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Again, it's just the
1st and 15.
discipline. Both teams with penalties here tonight.
Ball will be
Kingswood just
spotted
antsy to try to get that extra jump on
46-yard
Plymouth.
line.
So it'll back Kingswood up to the Plymouth 46-yard line now, 1st and 15.
You can't do that!
Staying in the Wildcat. And Agramonte has one to beat, and Jackson Rainier able to tackle him at the 15. Agramonte found the afterburners.
Inside the Bobcats 15-yard line. Looks like the ball is going to be spotted at the 13, where the Knights will have a 1st and 10 coming up.
So now Kingswood deep in Plymouth territory. 1st and 10. Agramonte on the Wildcat. Takes some contact at the line. Tries to counter to the near side, and Bobcats won't let him go this time.
Number 11, Serafin Agramonte. They'll mark forward progress down to the
Nolan Galvin in on the tackle, number 26.
The Knights will have a 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Then after tonight, Plymouth will be back home for homecoming next weekend against Bow. And that'll be the Luke Besson game on October 12th against Pembroke Academy. And Ryder, nowhere to go, runs into a wall.
Number 2, Tyrese Ryder.
So 3rd and long.
Brought down
Kingswood threatening to retake the lead here
Third down and 9.
Heading towards the midpoint of the fourth quarter. Bobcat faithful trying to get the fan base riled up for the defense. So a long time, and now Kingswood just going to take the timeout. Their first timeout here in the second half. They'll have 2 remaining. We'll stop the clock with 9:29 to go here in regulation. Either way, how this ends up, a great football game here tonight. Again, the other 2 road games in the regular season for Plymouth, they'll be at Souhegan on October 18th. That's another Friday night. Again, all road games this season are Friday night. Souhegan, a 7 p.m. kickoff there. Hopefully it's not pouring rain like it was last year. And then they'll wrap up the regular season down in Dover at St. Thomas Aquinas at a 6 p.m. kickoff on November 1st. Out of the timeout. And nowhere for the run game in Agramonte, as he'll lose a couple here, and he'll bring up 4th down. We'll see where they mark it. So 4th and 10 at the 13 now. So a full unit change here, a lot of confusion. And they're going to bring the kicking team on for the field goal attempt. Peterson to pull his team to within 3. The 30-yard attempt, kick is driven, no good. Missed low and left. And the Bobcat defense holds with 8:35 to go here in the fourth quarter.
The Plymouth Bobcats 20, the Kingswood Knights 14.
So now we'll see if Plymouth tries to stay aggressive or if they try to work the clock. Up by 6. Marsh in motion with the jet sweep and has nowhere to go. Ryder with the tackle, read it beautifully.
That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 15 for the Bobcats.
So a loss of 5 on the play. Valenti in the backfield. Handoff, and it's Rainier, takes a shot at the helmet and gets carried and spun down shy of the 30. But he took almost like a forearm or an elbow up to the helmet and able to shake it off.
The Bobcats 29-yard line. That's going to bring
So
up
3rd and 1.
Down and 1 for the Bobcats.
And Kingswood with Drew Hunt, the junior, down in for the injury timeout. So the clock will stop with 7:23 to go. Great show of sportsmanship. Great to see that Hunt's able to get off the field with some help, but able to hobble off. Again, some other Bobcat action coming up. JV football at home against Kingswood on Monday at 4 p.m. Get us some more home games in just a moment. 3rd and 1. Fullback handoff for Robbie Thorne, and he'll muscle his way to the 35 for a Bobcat first down.
Bobcats number 48 picks up the first down as he's brought down at the Bobcat 36-yard line.
Other home games. Freshman football on Tuesday against Laconia High School. Freshman field hockey will take on Berlin at home at 4 p.m. Again, that's on Thursday, my apology. Get my dates right eventually. Here on the reverse, and Patridge high and tight. Ball comes free though. Oh, the referees are blowing it dead that they're saying that Patridge was down before it came free. And they're going to mark him at the Plymouth, or correction, at the Kingswood 46. So the lineman trying to get the Plymouth fans fired up here. A big first down for Plymouth as they continue to chew time up on the clock. Just north of 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. Pressure coming. Fullback handoff. Robbie Thorne with some running room and daylight across the 30. He'll bounce outside of Bargman with a block. Thorne pushed out around the 10. And a big run there for the senior once again. Robbie Thorne finding the speed and agility that we saw so much of last season. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 10.
10-yard line when the Bobcats will have a 1st and 10. Make that a 1st and goal.
So Plymouth would love to run this in, kill us a little bit of time here. Sanborn under center. Russo and Ranier in motion. Handoff Valenti, tries to turn the corner, cuts back up inside and towards the goal line. And they're going to say he's shy. He got pushed back at around the 1.
Bobcats take the ball down to the Knights, the 1-yard line.
So 2nd and goal, and we'll see if Sanborn will do a quarterback keeper or if they'll give it to a running back. Coach Sanborn calling Kevin Sanborn back over. Make sure they're on the same play call. Clock running, 5:05 and counting. This is just true classic grinded out football here tonight. And timeout called by Plymouth. Coach Sanborn didn't like the lineup and the matchup he saw at the line of scrimmage. And so Plymouth will burn their first timeout here in the second half. 4:49 to go. Now we look at things again. Junior varsity football home against Kingswood on Monday at 4 p.m. Boys soccer will take on Milford at home on Tuesday, October 1st at 4, followed by the JV game against Milford. On Wednesday, field hockey will play host to Pembroke for homecoming week at 4 p.m., followed by their JV game. Girls volleyball take on Prospect Mountain at 6 with a JV match prior to that one. Unified Soccer taking on Keene High School on Friday the 4th. Cross country will have the Plymouth Invitational. So here we go. First and goal, or second and goal from the 1, and Sanborn will get in for a Plymouth touchdown.
Number 16 into the touchdown.
So a now 26-14 lead for Plymouth. And I think Coach Sanborn wants to go for 2 here and give themselves a little bit of a buffer. Still a 2-possession game, but you avoid, or you force then Kingswood to get 2 touchdowns and go for an extra, or the 2-point conversion to try to win it in regulation if they're able to make that happen. So they'll spot the ball at the 2. Liam Shannon will check in. For the 2-point try. Handoff, Thorne gets hit and doesn't look like he'll convert. And he will not do so. So the 2-point conversion fails. But Plymouth with a 26-14 lead late in the 4th quarter on the road as they inch closer to staying perfect here this season. Kingswood trying to avoid going to 1-3, and we'll see what they have up their sleeves here and reaching deep into the bag of tricks and try to score quickly. Again, as I mentioned a little while ago, the soon-to-be broadcast crew looking to not only cover Bobcat athletics, but all of the events happening at Plymouth Regional High School, all the pinning ceremonies, all the plays, concerts, really capture the heartbeat of the community and our student body. So join today. Legacy drives another good one. That's off the hands of the likes of Johnson. Has nowhere to go, and he's tackled inside the 10. Why he reached up for that, I don't know, but he kept it from going into the end zone. Ball was live, and he's forced to play it, so now Kingswood will start this drive at their own 9. To go 91 yards with 4:39 to go, and then score again.
Brought down at the 8-yard line.
So Plymouth going to go into their cover.
First and 10.
Looks like the cover 6 for the packages. You got Nathan Lyons out there, number 22. On that free safety kind of role with his speed. Jackson Rainier as well. Nolan Gavin and Logan Marsh, the other cornerbacks. And a flag on the play at the snap. Looks like a false start on Kingswood.
The flag down on the field.
So this will back.
Gonna go against the Knights.
Oh, so the Knights, something line up in the neutral zone. So it'll bring them half the distance back to their own 4. Hand off to Ryder, right side, hit at the line of scrimmage, maybe gets 2 on the carry. Out across the 5 as clock running down, both teams 2 timeouts remaining.
Ball carried by next number 2, Tyrese Ryder. Takes it out to about the 7-yard line. So the Knights will have a 2nd down and 12.
Knights to the line. Burke under center. On the reverse, Agramonte has nowhere to go. Nolan Gavin gets a tackle. Same with a help. Late there by Liam Shannon. And a loss of 1 on the carry. Back to the 5. And it's 3rd and 14.
Well, the Knights are going to have a 3rd down.
So this could be the game if Plymouth can get a big stop here. Will force the Knights on 4th down. Again, 2-possession game right now. Chase on the low on the near side. And again, legal motion on the line of scrimmage. Oh, correction, we got a timeout instead. So prior to that snap and what could have been a penalty, Kingswood will take their 2nd charge timeout, 3:47 to go. Again, next week's homecoming game will be covered by Pemmy Baker TV. So you'll find that on Pemmy Baker TV's YouTube channel. Still trying to work out some issues with the server and getting remote access, so not able to go live on Pemmy Baker TV on channel 1302, but it will be live on YouTube as of now and be up later on Thursday for a replay. Third and 14 from the Knights' 5-yard line. The reverse, and looks like Devin Perkins, the junior, runs into one of his offensive linemen and falls for a gain of 2. But the punt unit coming on.
Ball carried out to the 7-yard line of the Knights. They'll bring up a 4th and long. For the
Plymouth
Knights.
looking like they're going to hold on here after the tough first half. They've held Knights scoreless here in the second half. Logan Marsh will go back to receive the punt. McPhee from the middle of his own end zone, and it will be punted out around the 38-yard line of Kingswood.
Goes out of bounds.
They'll mark it at the 39 instead. Oh, they'll give him the 40. That doesn't really matter. Plymouth in control here. Kingswood with only 1 timeout. And the Bobcats are going to survive on the road. Seeing a few of the backups getting in. Cooper Mack, who again had that big touchdown catch earlier this season at home on the first play. He's in, number 81. Grant Wenhart, 87, in as a tight end. Handoff in the backfield, and Patridge just keeping his legs turning over. Will get a carry of 8 yards. to the 32-yard line.
Brought down at the Knights' 32-yard line. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 2 for the Bobcats.
So definitely the biggest test for Plymouth so far this season. And have really shown the poise here tonight. Never looked like they were in threat. Calm at halftime, calm before it while trailing for the first time this year. And showed that discipline and experience in the second half. Handoff here, dancing to the right side. A flag in the backfield as Russo is tackled out of bounds.
In the backfield, going to go against the Bobcats.
Will be that holding penalty on Plymouth. Will gate the run. Clock stop with 2 minutes to go. Stop the good run there of Taylor Russo as he'll sub out.
Going to be a holding call against the Bobcats.
A holding penalty will bring Plymouth back to the Knights 41. 2nd and 11 here, 2 minutes to go.
41-yard line for the Bobcats. 2nd down and 11.
Plymouth will break the huddle. With the clock running and the student body on their feet. Ones that have continued to stay. Valenti in the backfield. He'll get the handoff here, and great penetration at the line. Coming for the likes of Jacob Brown, the senior, number 77. Just ripped through and got the shoot top tackle.
43-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 12 for the Bobcats.
Cooper Mack heading off the field. Coming up a little limp on that play. But 3rd down. Plymouth run the ball. Trying to bleed out as much time here. We'll see if Kingswood tries to use their final timeout at the end of this play and save some time. And now we have a timeout on the field taken by Plymouth, so they'll burn their 2nd timeout with under a minute to go.
Taken by the Bobcats.
Homecoming kicking off on Monday for Plymouth Regional High School. A lot of great events happening. Capped off with a pep rally Friday afternoon, the football game on Saturday, and the dance later that night. And all the other fantastic homecoming games and events happening throughout the week. Media arts classes and video production crew, with the help of the student body, going to try to get as much content out as possible. Here we go, 3rd and long out of the timeout. Handoff to Valenti, still on his feet somehow. Maybe a gain of 1, but it will be 4th down. Plymouth going to bleed it all the way down to the final, roughly 13 seconds or so.
Bobcats carry the ball
before they take the timeout.
4th and 12 for the Bobcats.
Official signaling to Plymouth they have 1 timeout remaining. Long play clock here. Plymouth at the line, 7 seconds to go. They'll get it clock. They'll beat it just in time. Sanborn is sacked by Ryder, the first sack of the night, but the time will expire, and Plymouth survives on the road. After trailing for the first time this season, they take it with a shutout second half, 26-14 over the Knights of Kingswood Regional. A fantastic game by both sides. But Plymouth will move to 4-0 on the season. Kingswood falls to 1-3, but not anything to discredit from this night's team. This looks like they just ran out of gas late in the ball game. Plymouth stayed poised, used their veteran experience, and prevailed on the road to stay undefeated. That's going to do it for us here tonight. So glad you could join us. DSK Media Production here with Studio 48. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on our next broadcast. Final score for the final time. It's Plymouth 26, Kingswood 14. Bobcats stay undefeated.